Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Closing Comments here on June 24th. Let's jump right into these charts and see what happened in the markets today. We did see cattle prices continue to balance out. August live cattle here on the board to start us off. We did see a nice balance day hanging right around this prior day's range and showing good support at this rising 50-day moving average. Price hanging steady here today. We did have a nice opening range breakout with price pushing all the way up to 211.90, falling just short of this bull pivot there at 212. With the bulls not able to make that push through this level, we did see price get reversed all the way back down towards this prior day's low. A good sign for the bulls here is that we weren't able to make new lows, and the bulls were able to defend this prior day's low and settle price back here right near the middle of the day's range. As you can see here on our lower time frame, we continue to see price have a very constructive, structured pullback here with these lower highs. Now we're getting equal lows, showing a potential consolidation here as the bulls are looking to support this market and try and get this low time frame downtrend reversed and start this next leg higher in this big picture uptrend. We should see some more buying activity and good supportive activity for the rest of the week here. We do just need to get bids above 212 to really get that momentum rolling, but once we do, we should see this market start to head back towards these all-time highs as this big picture uptrend remains intact and this market continues to look healthy. Continue to look for buying opportunities here while this market is balancing out here near these major moving averages, as we do expect more upside to come in the near term. Over to the feeder market now. Similar action with price just hanging steady right around the prior day's range. Feeders did violate the prior day high and low today. Opening range pushing above our bull pivot, but price just not able to get that momentum rolling higher. Also seeing that midday sell-off, a brief probe of this prior day's low, but the bulls were able to defend it and reverse this market right back towards the middle of the current week's range, showing a good fight from the bulls here and a good supportive action in this recent dip in this big picture uptrend. We do expect to see these feeders continue to get a bid and head back towards these all-time highs, as well as this cattle market remains strong and healthy. Be looking for more upside by the end of the week. Heading over to the corn market now. We are rolled over into this December contract, so we're going to stay focused on that here. But we did see a little bit more downside across July. This December contract really making that break below 434, breaking these prior swing lows and confirming this downtrend out of this prior range. Look for corn prices to continue driving lower. We are just very close to these contract lows here down near 428. So look for those levels to be violated tomorrow and this corn market to continue drifting lower. Crude oil market continues to see wide ranges and more downside. Prices reacting to the ceasefire agreements, with crude oil continuing to get cheaper off of that climax top we saw from the news announcements regarding the situation in Iran. We did see price pushing all the way down to 64 today, showing good support at the low of the day at this prior breakout spot. At the moment, we are pretty overextended, pretty oversold here following these recent highs, so a little bit of a bounce here wouldn't be that surprising, but we do have more of a neutral bias here following this recent breakout. Wouldn't be surprised to see these crude oil prices carve out a range here in the mid 60s to low 70s, so if we start to get a little bit of a snapback up here towards 70, nothing to be really concerned about, just this market continuing to digest all this recent volatility. Jump over to the equity markets now. Continued upside here across the indexes, each of our indexes rallying and making a nice strong close today. The S&P closing just off of these all-time highs here on these futures. NASDAQ pushing up here and closing above 22.4. And the Dow getting that nice break above this 43,000 level, showing a good breakout, and should really get this market pushing higher. Be looking for these indexes to be sniffing these all-time highs before the end of the week, if not next. But equity markets remain strong. Jerome Powell's testimony didn't really have much to do to the market today. He will be speaking once again tomorrow morning, so something to keep an eye on, but no surprises, nothing out of the ordinary, and this market remains strong and healthy. Look for the upside to continue. That's all we got for tonight. Have a good evening.